The question is that the motion be agreed to.
Mr. Speaker.
Adrian Marafi, tēnā koe.
Tēnā koe te māngai o te whare. O te rā, I tika ane kia tuku mihi atu ki Te Atiawa, ki ngā hapu manu kōrehi o Taraua, o te rā ngā iwi katoa o Taranaki. Ka hure aku whakaro kia rātau mā I te wāhingaro. Kia rātau mā I hinga mai nā puta no Taranaki I runga I nei whenua. I runga I te whenua e kia nei ko peka peka. O te rā ngā whenua katoa o Taranaki. E tika ane kia tuku mii ake kia rātau mā. O tino kia tātou o te whare nei, tēnei ahau tuku mihi atu anō hoki kia tātou. Mr. Speaker, I rise to speak on this bill, the New Plymouth District Council Waitara Lands Bill. I thank the member for New Plymouth for his explanation of in a very brief way, but the history of this issue around the Waitara lands. It of course goes a lot further, and that is explained in another bill before the House, the Te Atiawa Claim Settlement Bill. Sir, I want to acknowledge all of the interested parties in this particular bill, and the member for New Plymouth has outlined the competing interests associated with all of those interested parties. Can I go through a list of who I think the interested parties are, and give a message out to each and every one of them? First of all, the leaseholders who have lived on these lands, on endowment lands with perpetual leases, who through this bill will have the opportunity to purchase the land that they live on. I want to acknowledge Manu Kōrehi o Taraua as well, the original owners of this land. I can't help but recognise the pain that they are going through right now. The pain around the loss of land from 1865. We talk about historical and intergenerational trauma. The current generation holds that trauma today, and it would be wrong not to acknowledge that. Within the settlement process, Te Atiawa received a mandate from all of its hapu, as I understand, negotiated a settlement based on their aspirations under the mana that mandate gave them. Can I mention at this stage, sir, that the settlement process is a flawed one, and it's incumbent upon every settlement group, every iwi that enters into that process, that they understand what the process can deliver, what it will never deliver, and whether or not they can live with it. That's the most important thing in that process. We find ourselves in this House having two bills before it. We are debating this one here around the Waitara endowment land. But there's another bill before this House that will be debated tomorrow, and that is the Te Atiawa Settlement Bill. And within that bill, the rights of Manu Kōrehi, the rights of Otaraua will be extinguished by that bill, and that the settlement that they will receive for their lands is within that bill. Sir, we on this side of the House, along with everyone in this House, I believe, believes in the endurance of all settlements. And the Te Atiawa Bill, like every other bill, settlement bill, must endure. It's been through a process. It has been accepted by their people, and one day in the near future, that deed of settlement will be enabled by an act of Parliament. But I still feel strongly for the people of Manu Kōrehi and Otaraua. Their rights under that bill will be extinguished, and I think it should be noted in this House today. they will never give up their fight to have that land returned. That's very clear. They will never forget. They will carry it generation to generation. And it's an unfortunate thing that it wasn't able to be settled to their satisfaction through the Te Ātiawa Settlement Bill. But that's an issue really for Te Ātiawa and ngā hapu o Te Ātiawa. We have our part to play as parliamentarians because we enable those issues, those settlement claims. The Te Kotahitanga o Te Ātiawa Trust, they are an interested party as well with competing interests. Through this bill, there will be land transferred to them from the council. There will be, they will sit at the table that makes the decisions around how the money that is collected through that trust is distributed. They have an interest in that they will make up 50% of that trust. The New Plymouth District Council also, and I acknowledge the presence of the Mayor of New Plymouth, Andrew Judd, and councillors, but they have a competing interest as well, I believe. Their interest is to take into account the needs of their community, the needs of Waitara, the needs of the leaseholders, the needs of their iwi that are within their rohe. And so they have an interest as well. The Waitara community under this bill has an interest. The Waitara community will be the beneficiaries of the collection of the rents on the leasehold properties, and they will be the beneficiaries also of the sale of the leasehold lands. So they have an interest in this. So with so many interests, conflicting interests, what is the thing that we as responsible parliamentarians should be doing? I believe, and my party believes, that the best way forward for all of the interested parties is that they make submissions to a select committee, and so that it can be thoroughly examined by a select committee, and that every one of the interests in this bill has their say. And so to each one of those competing interests, I say to all of you, you must ensure that you have your say. You must make sure that you give the select committee compelling arguments and reasons as to why your interests should be above someone else's. That is really up to you, the communities, the interested parties in this bill. And so I highly recommend that my preference actually, Mr. Speaker, is that this bill would go to the Māori Affairs Select Committee. I think it ought to go there. There are it is well led by by Nuk Korako, and the membership of the Māori Affairs Select Committee would have an in-depth knowledge and skill and ability to decipher all of the issues associated with the competing interests on this bill. I highly recommend that we do that too. Sir, there are some aspirational things also about this bill, the future of Waitara, what it might look like in the future. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could address all of those issues through the iwi, through the hapu, through the wider Waitara community, all of the parties interested, so that we could get to a place where Waitara can truly move forward, so that they can use the benefits of this trust if that is what the people of Waitara want. Nō reira, Kaore ro tēnei tui, kaore a kore a te wā, ka tukana atu e te i atu kōrero ki tēnei pire. Mā te wā, ka whakarite mātou, tā mātou tū i rungi tēnei pire, mena ka pōti, ka tautoko mai, ka whakahe ai rānei. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, kia ora mai tātou.
I call Barbara